Mindfulness is something that helps me cope with the emotional challenges that come with living with psoriasis, and it might be something that helps you too. So I want to tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to end with an exercise where we'll eat chocolate mindfully. I'm Dr. Catherine O'Leary. I'm a consultant clinical psychologist, and I live with psoriasis. So in very simple terms, mindfulness is a strategy where we bring our attention to the present moment. So that could be paying attention to our surroundings, what we can see, what we can hear, what we can touch, and also bringing attention to what's going on inside us. So how we're feeling physically, how we're feeling emotionally, noticing our breathing, and noticing what we're thinking about. So when we're children, we tend to do this quite naturally. So if you spend time with children, or if you can remember being a child, you'll know that when a child is doing an activity, they're very much absorbed in it. So if they're playing in a sand pit in the garden, they're going to be feeling the texture of the sand and the smells and the sensation of the sun on them and everything that they can hear in the garden. And they're very focused on that. But as we grow and as our brains develop, we start to spend more time thinking about the past or thinking about the future, and less time focusing on the here and now. And as humans, we also have a tendency to be pulled towards negative information. So chances are, if you're thinking about something that happened in the past, it'll be something that wasn't so great. And if you're thinking about something that's going to happen in the future, you'll be worrying and perhaps thinking about all the things that might go wrong. That's normal. We all have a tendency to do that. But what it means is, if I'm worrying about something that I've got to do next week and it's a stressful thing, my body is going to respond with stress right now as I'm thinking about it. So my heart will race, my blood pressure will go up, my body will make cortisol and adrenaline, which is a great stress response, which in the moment is going to help me cope with a difficult situation. But right here, right now, I don't need to be having that response. And similarly, if I'm thinking about something that went badly at work last week, I'm going to respond as if it's happening now. So I might start to feel a bit low and my thoughts might race away. So there's lots and lots of evidence that mindfulness is really, really good for us. It's good for us physically and emotionally. It improves emotional well-being. It reduces the risk of depression and anxiety. It helps people with their focus of attention. It helps with decision making. And there's good evidence in psoriasis too. So people with psoriasis who practice mindfulness regularly are more able to cope with the emotional challenges, and they're more likely to treat themselves with kindness than self-criticism. And there's also some evidence that mindfulness can even help treatments work faster. So it's really something that's worth having a go at. At the very worst, you'll bring your attention to the present moment, which might be a moment that's fantastic that you don't want to miss. So at the very worst, practicing mindfulness will help you just be in the here and now. So there's no better way to demonstrate this to you than eating something nice mindfully. So I have a chocolate in a wrapper here. It's like a truffle chocolate. So if you want to join me and you have something similar, go pause the video and go grab it. But it doesn't have to be chocolate. You can bring a piece of fruit or some nuts or a biscuit, as long as it's something you fancy eating. So pause the video, go and grab whatever you want and come back. So now you have your chocolate or whatever it is you want to eat. And instead of just eating it quickly and moving on to the next thing, we're really going to pay attention to this process of eating the chocolate, starting with just looking at the wrapper. So I just want you to really look at the wrapper like you're an alien, like you've never seen such a thing before. Look at the colours and the creases and folds, the way the light hits it, the textures, the sound. Really notice the sound. And if it's a piece of fruit, you could be looking at the peel, or if you have a biscuit, you could just be looking at the texture of the biscuit. And while you're doing this, your mind will wander, and that's really normal, and it'll happen throughout this exercise. When you notice you're thinking about something else, just bring your attention back to the chocolate. So if it happens once or 10 times, each time just notice it and come back to the chocolate. So I just want you to start very slowly unwrapping it. Just notice the texture of the wrapper. Does it feel easy to unwrap? What is the sound like? How does it look on the inside? Just really pay attention to all the creases and the colours and the folds. And then once you've taken the wrapper off, we're going to really look at the chocolate as well. Is it shiny? Is it dull? Does the warmth of your hand make a difference to the colour? Is there texture on it? Can you see the join? Is it heavy? Is it light? And then bring it up to your nose and smell it. Really notice that smell. Where is it you can smell it? In the back of your nose? What impact is that having on in your mouth? Is there an urge to eat it? Are you salivating? So if your mind wanders, just come back to the chocolate, to the smell. And now I want you to take a bite. So don't swallow it. Let the chocolate sit on your tongue. Notice the taste. Notice the texture. You can move it around your mouth a bit. Does it taste differently in different places? Really, really taste that chocolate. You may notice you have an urge to swallow it. Just notice that and then swallow it. And then notice the taste. Does it linger? Can you still taste it? Is there an urge to eat the rest of the chocolate? And when your mind wanders, just come back to your awareness of this chocolate. Now you can eat the rest of the chocolate in the same way. So smelling it, tasting it, noticing the texture. So I think eating a chocolate is a really nice way to demonstrate how mindfulness is very simple to do, and how lovely it is to bring your attention to what you're doing right now, if it's doing something like eating chocolate. Because I don't know about you, but oftentimes I'll be looking forward to eating a chocolate bar and then I'll notice the empty wrapper and I can't even remember having done it. So it doesn't have to be eating. It could be drinking a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It could be a mindful moment when you're in the shower. So noticing the water and the temperature and the smells of your products. It could be a mindful walk. So instead of walking, thinking about things you have to do later or things you did yesterday, really focus on where you are, on the plants, on the temperature, on the smells. Now, like any new thing you learn, it takes practice. So the best thing to do is to build this into your life and practice regularly. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. There's loads of good apps, and you may find that there's a group run locally if you wanted to go and try it out in person in a group. So I hope you find that useful, and I wish you the best of luck.